What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Cracker Crumbs update. Yay! Speed Wacky, supporting some DC right there. Anyway, figured I'd throw some music in here because a lot of people were saying perhaps I should have some music in the background. I can never decide what music to put in the background, but I figured X-Men First Class would be kind of cool. So there you go. There's some music in the background. Yay! Moving on. This update, I got a couple things to talk about that I'd like to go over. Got a little itty bitty comic book review because I'm trying to catch up on reading all the comics I've gotten over the past couple months. Just it's been slow. I got a chance to read finally the Green Lantern Annual #1, which love that cover. This is pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Apparently, the Guardians have flipped out again. You know, their original creations were the Manhunters, and they failed. Then they made the Green Lantern Corps, and apparently the Guardians are claiming that they failed. So now they're taking steps to get rid of the Green Lantern Corps, and I guess all the lanterns. It's pretty insane. They have like a they call him the First Lantern. I guess he's the most powerful lantern around. Like he's like multicolored, but they basically take him out of the prison they put him in, and they start killing other guardians, I guess, or of their race, to free this thing, and it's pretty crazy. So, but I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. Very very cool. Next up, might as well continue with it. Red Lantern's #0. This was pretty crazy itself. Basically, it goes into his origins. Atroticus, I think his name is. I can never remember. Um, and how like his whole planet was killed by the Manhunters, and these demons show up from Sector 666 and say they can help him if he joins their cause and all this stuff, and they teach him like magic spells and all these crazy things. And then he does like some kind of blood magic kind of thing, and the universe basically it tells him that this is what he has to do, and then he winds up getting beat. I think by I think it was the Green Lanterns. I can't really remember, but he winds up on like some really crap planet, or was it, no, the Guardians? I'm sorry, beat him, and he winds up on this like really crap planet with the demons that he was helping, and he winds up killing the demons and then making a Red Lantern from their blood, and then starts from there. Pretty cool. Then you got Firestorm #0, another interesting one. Basically, it's kind of weird because most of the zeros are like origin stories, like they kind of show before the New 52, and this basically this continues after they lose their powers. So it's kind of like it's not even an origin, like it's kind of continuing, and basically they because in the regular series, obviously, there's two different Firestorms. There's Ronnie Raymond, and then there was Jason something, who have two different things. Like Ronnie Raymond is able to throw like fireballs, and the other guy Jason's able to do the transmutation. But now they figure out how to combine themselves into one Firestorm. So that's pretty much what happens in this. So I guess it's kind of like an origin. And last but not least, I got a chance to read was Aquaman #0. Very very cool. Didn't have a lot to it, but what it didn't have, I guess it just kind of you just kind of the artwork, I guess, was cool, and you didn't need a lot of story to figure out what the hell was going on. I guess that's what I was trying to get to. Basically, it talks about Aquaman's dad, and how he's like a lighthouse keeper, and he winds up dying, and everybody knows that he's Aquaman. And his father tells him, you got to go to Atlantis, find your mother, and tell her these things and all this stuff. And the news media is like hounding him, so he kind of flips out, just jumps out of the hospital into the water, and tries to find Atlantis, but doesn't know where it is. So the entire book, like he's combing like the ocean, like the bottom of the ocean, looking for this thing, and then a shark tries to eat him, and then he figures out that he has powers and he can make the shark go away, and then he finds uh like there was just during a storm, this father and daughter almost get wrecked, and he saves them from getting crushed on the rocks. And they tell him that there's a guy that claims he's from Atlantis. You should go find him. And then, that guy's like says that he is from Atlantis, and that his mother's Aquaman's mother's dead, and his brother he didn't know he had is alive and killed her, and all this stuff. And it was cool. Very interesting. Moving on to another kind of review, and that's Arrow, the show that popped up, which is technically like a spin-off of, well, they claim it's not a spin-off, but from Smallville. Me, unfortunately, I cannot watch it on TV because I don't have the CW. It doesn't. They changed the whole thing here, and the cable that I have doesn't carry the CW. It's like some kind of football channel, so I have to watch Arrow online. And I was watching it, and it, at first when I saw like the promo for it, I thought it just was gonna just suck ass. I was like, it's gonna be stupid, and the same guy. I hate when they change people and stuff like that. But the guy they have now actually makes a pretty good Green Arrow. But what the hell was it? They kind of follow the origin story, sort of. Like they show in the beginning, they show Arrow on the island that he was shipwrecked on, and it was cool because like you see him use his bow and arrow, and he lights this like he sees like a ship way out there, and he lights this pyro thing, and they come to him. But then they show the crazy thing is he shot the arrow from like one hell of a distance, and it went through a mask and then hit the pyro thing, and the mask was Deathstroke. It was like a Deathstroke's mask, so I don't know what the hell that's about, but I guess they're gonna show that down the line. Um, and it's weird because they don't follow the origin story, and like basically he was on his yacht, and but this thing they had just his father. It wasn't his father and mother that were on the yacht. It was just his father and like some girl or whatever. And when he winds up showing up alive after like 5 years gone or whatever, his mother's alive and still wealthy. Obviously, she has a mansion and she marries some guy, security guy or whatever the hell it is. Um, and it's he has a sister, which I don't think he has a sister in the comics, and his sister's hooked on drugs and he calls her Speedy. So it's like, all right, whatever. And it's funny because they actually recycled the Lex Luthor mansion from Smallville. Lex Luthor's mansion is the exact mansion that's Green Arrow's mansion. So I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. I wrote down notes. Let's see. One of the cool things I thought about on the show was that they have him training. Like he finds one of his father's old factories because his father apparently sold the company, and he finds an old factory that's still in his name, basically that they didn't do anything with. They just kind of left it alone. So he decides to turn it into like his training area, and you see him making his arrows, and he grabs like these bunch of tennis balls and puts them up, in like a basket thing, and pulls a lever, and the balls start. They drop and they're bouncing all over the place, and he's nailing them with the arrow, and he's hitting them to the wall as they're bouncing. It was freaking cool. Another thing that's strange is that Green Arrow, he kills people in this. Like obviously you get hit with an arrow in a certain spot, you're gonna go down. But he was, when he in the show he gets like captured, and this guy like goes to run from him, and you see like his acrobatic skills, and he grabs the guy, and the guy's like, "What are you gonna do?" And he's like, "I can't let anyone know my secret," and he snaps the guy's neck. So I was like, okay. I was like, he's kind of like Batman in a roundabout sort of way, but Batman doesn't really kill either. Um, they actually have the guy who played Kano in the Mortal Kombat Legacy online thing. He's in there. He's like some kind of henchman kind of guy. I noticed him. I was like, that's interesting. Um, let's see what else did I write down here. The other weird thing is that he's got his hood costume, I guess, but he just put green makeup across his eyes, which is weird, but to make it look like a mask. You think if you're that rich, you could actually just put a mask on, but what the hell. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then they keep showing like flashbacks of him in the ocean, and waiting around. He was in like a little lifeboat thing with his father and this other crew member, and his father basically keeps telling him like these secrets. He's like, I'm not a good man. I've done things, and he keeps telling him all this stuff. And he's like, I want you to make it out of here and get back and fix the things that I did that I did wrong. And they only have like a little bit of water and like a little bit of food. And this other guy's like kind of guarding it almost, like he's like, we have to ration this out. So the father keeps saying to Green Arrow, he's like, you're gonna be the one who makes it out of this, not us, and you're gonna be strong and so on and so forth. And his father out of nowhere pulls out a gun and shoots the crew member and throws him overboard. And then as Green Arrow says, what are you doing? His father shoots himself. And, this whole big thing. And then later on, which I don't know where I put that card, but Spoiler alert, later on you find out that Green Arrow's mother is behind the kidnapping and all this stuff, and that she's apparently evil and so on and so forth, which is crazy. All in all, I am looking forward to see a couple more episodes, see how it goes. But I don't know. I don't. It, at first, I didn't think it's gonna last. I mean, granted, it's only been the first episode, but I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. I don't think it's gonna last as long as Smallville, but who knows? I could be proven wrong. Moving on. Let's see here. Let's see, Rahel. Uh, I wanted to go over some. Obviously, everyone loves this stuff, and I love it too. The contest. Some things about the contest. Like I said, I was going to make an update, so it's going to be a pretty long update. But I wanted to go over a few names of people that are entered in the contest, so everybody knows who's entered, and so I know. So if you don't hear your name, it means I didn't see your video, and you got to let me know if you're in the contest or not, and you know, tell me about the video and stuff like that if I missed it or something. But anyway, this is no real order. It's just I just wrote them down in their own little thing. Andrew Osborne, Crackers the Parrot, very cool. So you know you're in there. Animal Vader did Yogi Bear, very cool. Bat Zorro 7983 did a private message, which I did tell him recently that I'm going to announce just to make sure, because he didn't want people to see it. But you did Christopher Reeve, Michael Keaton, the Shredder from Ninja Turtles, which was pretty cool. I forgot what the other one was. I don't remember. Sorry, I'll have to rewatch it. But it was very, very cool. Very, very awesome impressions. Very spot on. Broke Collector 79. You did Smeagol, Golem, Stitch, and Mr. Woodchuck, which I was waiting to see who was going to come up with Smeagol from Lord of the Rings first. With the process, it curls to us. Got it. I was waiting for somebody to come up with that first. And then, of course, you know, you're totally right with Stitch. How? It's basically the same voice, just you gotta lower it a little bit. And, wow. Yeah, and then Mr. Woodchuck, man. I haven't seen that thing in God knows how long. What? Very, very cool. Then we have DaCosta DC Comics, the Batman through the drive-thru is friggin' hysterical. Very inventive. I hope I'm gonna get everyone's name right. That's I suck at this stuff. Gimpy 204, I think. Buck Rogers, the robot, I think. Very, very cool. I enjoyed it. Why Not Art, Bruce Lee. Very, very cool. He's my favorite actor, martial arts star. Him and Brandon Lee. The Captain Cummings, Optimus Prime dance was very, very cool. Very funny. Warzone Spider, Smeagol from the Lord of the Rings. Very, very cool. Very impressive. This, I don't even know how the hell to say this name. I'm going to... Mr. Dragon... Oh, something. File? Fire? Fine? Whichever. You know who you are. Star Wars with the lightsaber that you did, that was pretty cool. Good impression. Fletcher Moore 1. Zach Galifianakis thing was pretty funny. I enjoyed it. Greco Fabulous, Dr. Claw, the Joker, Patrick, Wheelie, Shaggy, all that stuff. Very, very cool. Mongo Stomp Time 07, Captain Spaulding from House of a Thousand Corpses. Kid Comics, Mr. T. Legendary Collectible, the stop motion Deadpool was pretty cool. Again, man, and friggin' hippies, Collectibles told me how to say this damn thing, and I totally forgot already. Crom Bromstar? Comb Bromstar? No. That I'm gonna call it a blue song because I think that's what it was. It was pretty damn funny. It made me laugh. T. McFarlane fan, the Ren from Ren and Stimpy, very, very funny. You idiot. Hippies Collectibles, the animated Joker, Mark Hamill was awesome, very cool. Mr. I Talk Apple did Elvis, Batman, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all very, very cool. Hero Hunter 81, your Arnold Schwarzenegger was hysterical. I couldn't stop laughing with that one. Deadpool Rules 91, very, very cool Batman. I enjoyed it. The Edge of Blades, the Hulk impressions were pretty funny. They're very inventive. All the different Hulks. Mega Apocalypto, awesome Batman. Silver Age Comics, Heath Ledger, very very cool, very impressive. Mad Comic Fan, the Beatles, was very very cool. I hope I wrote everyone's stuff down right. I'll have to double check. So if I didn't write it down right, then just let me know. I'll double check it. Schmo Daddy did Looney Tunes and Dolph Lundgren and Yoda, very very funny. King Joe did Beavis from Beavis and Butthead. George the Animal Steel, a monkey and death metal. Very very funny. I'm gonna get into a crazy little story when I'll get back to that in a sec. But Solid Force Bend, I believe is how you say it. Planet of the Apes, Dr. Zaus, I think that's how you say his name. That was pretty funny. And this vids are for you, Shaggy, Scooby, and Arnold. Very, very cool. Arnold Schwarzenegger. So everyone that I've mentioned, you were all in the contest. You all showed me videos, which were pretty damn cool. I enjoyed them. Going back to Beavis and Butthead, because King Joe was saying on his video that he had done the Beavis impression when he was shopping. It was funny because my friends and I, when Beavis and Butthead were popular, I think I was in the end of junior high, getting ready to go into high school, and my friend used to be able to do Beavis like spot on, like it was insane like how good he had it, and I was able to do Butthead spot on, and I was like, oh man. And I remember it was a couple of my friends and myself, we were walking through King Cullen, and I don't know what the hell happened, but I think my friend was trying to impress one of the girls that we were with, and he just kind of, I don't know, he just kind of snapped and grabbed pixie sticks off the candy thing, opened them up, and just started chucking these pixie sticks, and he's like, I'm like, oh my god, and nobody had a clue what the hell he was doing, and then all of a sudden he puts the thing over his head, he's like, I am the great Cornholio, are you threatening me? I need TP from my bunghole. Almighty Bungholio. He was going all the way down, up and down the aisles. I'm like, oh my god. Then he comes over to me and he's like, are you threatening me? And I was like, settle down, baby. Okay. Used to be doing better, but at least both of them better. It was just funny as hell. We actually got kicked out of King Cullen. Because he kept going up and down the aisles, like messing with people and opening food and eating the food and going and like flipping out. Yeah, it was pretty damn funny. That reminded me. So good laughs there. Good laughs. I believe that was all I wanted to cover. I did my comic book reviews. Did my Arrow review. I'm actually still waiting because God knows when the hell it's gonna come from my Midtown Comics delivery. With all the new stuff. It's taking forever. I ordered it last week, and supposedly they claimed I was going to get it Wednesday, but of course I did not get it Wednesday, and waiting to see if it shows up today, but chances are it'll probably show up tomorrow or Saturday, because sometimes they take forever, which I find hysterical because I'm about an hour's drive from the city, and you would think it wouldn't take that long. And yet I can order something from Texas and get it the next day. Interesting things. But anyway, yeah. I haven't decided if I'm going to add a lot more music to my background stuff. I'll have to work on it. Who knows? But thanks to everyone for watching and subscribing. I've gone from 53 subscriptions to 92, which is very, very cool. Almost 100. Awesome. Not bad, from 50 to almost 100 in a week. But just a reminder, the contest is over on Wednesday, 2 p.m. New York time, so if you haven't done a video response yet, get to it. You're running out of time. And of course, let me know that you did one so I can take a look at it and you can do whatever you want with it. And to all the ones that complain about the contest, like I said, it doesn't really bother me as much. I'm just like, whatever. But my contest rules are absolute, or whatever that word is. It's too early. Anyway, it means what I'm trying to say there is that my contest is the way it is for a reason, and there's no changing it unless I really do feel like changing it. So stop bitching and moaning and be thankful thankful that you're in the contest. Anyway, as for Stitch here and the kitty, we bid you farewell and the best of luck to everyone on the contests. And I think Stitch is going to go have some vodka, and Kitty's going to go have some spoiled milk. Get out of here. See everyone later. Thanks for watching.